Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and today I have something really special to bring a trailer for the motorcycle crowd. So come on over and take a look at it. I'm going to go over this bike and point out some of the specifics on it. This bike is actually owned by one of our team members, Matt, who's here in our office. He built this bike. An awful lot of detail and thought went into it. So let me explain what it is, and then please ask us any questions you'd like. I expect a lot of fun conversation about this bike. The bike started life, it's a 1971 BMW R75. It does have a clean Pennsylvania title. It does have a plate attached, riveted to the steering head, and the number matches the title. So it is a correct, clean, PA titled bike. What they started with, the frame was used on a racing bike, and I can show you down here, they had modified the location point for the motor. This up here is welded and gusseted right here. Normally this would have been a little bit lower. So the motor has been raised slightly within the cradle of the frame. So you can see the obvious, they made a Cafe Racer out of it. The number that is stamped into the block of the engine designates it as a 75.6 engine. So that's what it started life at. However, it does have oversized jugs, pistons on it. So it has 1,000 cylinders. The actual specific cc's is 980. The rings on the cylinders, on the pistons, were just replaced. So that's just been done recently. So we have, it started life 75.6, bored out with larger jugs. It's a 980 cc engine. It has twin Del Orto carbs, K&N style air filters right here, and these are 40s, 40 carbs. We have a Super Trap titanium exhaust system, 2 into 1. They go over to the left side of the bike. They have the heat wrap on them, which looks really cool. It also works. Goes to the rear, and it exits out a Super Trap titanium muffler. Bike sounds great. We'll take it for a ride then. You'll be able to hear it. Great sounding bike. On the motor itself, coming back to the engine, and this is a bike, it's a machinist's delight. When you really look at all the details that were done to this bike, it's just super cool. They machined off the top of the case right here. There normally would be, of course, a curved top. The alternator is still in its original position, but they shaved this off, and they also shaved the back off where it would have had the air box for the air cleaners. So it just gives it a whole different look. Of course, the starter's in the normal position up under there. The bike is equipped with a lithium-ion battery that is tucked up under the seat. It has a Dana ignition coil. It also has, let's take a look here. We have a Rick's Motorsports regulator and rectifier, which is tucked up under the tank. All of the lighting on the bike is LED. So we have bright, easy to see lighting on the bike, great charging system, all of that is working properly. It's a BMW S fairing. It was just wrapped in the silver paint. So that was just done. It's in excellent condition overall. This is nice and clear, no significant scratches on it. So that looks really neat. Daytona digital speedometer. We have Intellitronics oil pressure and voltage gauges, which are under the fairing. They're located right here. Here's the digital speedometer. And while you're here, and we'll take photographs of this, this is what I meant by the machinist's delight. All over the bike, when you look at it, these are machined in. They inlaid copper and different metals, little designs, and it's beautifully done. You can't feel it. All these dots around here, very subtle, but just really neat. And the more you look at this bike, you notice little details all over it. Has a triple setup for the fork going here. So it's a very strong front end. We have Tomaselli clip-ons on both sides. We have the mirrors on the end. What I was trying to say is custom triple clamps right here. Very solidly done. Again, machining everywhere. Just a cool look to everything. They also, of course, the fenders were all custom made, including the little brackets that hold them on. Beautifully done. He has a special narrow hub on the front. in the center of the front wheel. We have Brembo front brake caliper from a BMW bike. Of course, stainless steel lines, Brembo front caliper. This is all custom brake set. And the fenders are actually aluminum on the bike. LED headlight, Kellerman LED turn signals tucked in here and on the rear also. They're 18-inch Sun rims, YSS shocks. We also have, let's see, the bike just had its oil and filter done. It was just serviced. And he also, back here, it's interesting, and this is some of the details on the bike. He had this made. The machinist that did the engine did all the extra machining on the bike. He drilled all these holes back here for cooling on the rear drum and for the look. I mean, this is just, I love this stuff. There's actually inlay in here on the rear brake actuator arm. Just beautifully done, little details. On the motor itself, they have a canister right here for the breather of the motor. Rather than taking it off the carbs, it's right here, just tucked in there, nice and neatly. This, they got a bellows to put here, which is custom for the bike because the angle of the motor is slightly different than the original setup. So this is done, and again, beautifully done, nice and dry. And the bike is a hoot to run. It's very powerful. Of course, it's been lightened. It's very light. Of course, we have aluminum bodywork, aluminum tank, short cafe seat. So as you would expect, it's powerful, it's responsive, it handles well, and it just looks gorgeous. It's super cool. It is a 5-speed. As I said at the beginning, we anticipate a lot of questions on this bike. Please ask us. We'll take highly detailed photographs of everything on it. And where I started, clean Pennsylvania title. The bike has the tag on the front, on the head, that's riveted on. And just, what a cool bike. So this is going to be fun to see how this one does. So thanks for taking the time watching our video. We will do a driving video so you'll get to hear it and see it driving by. And I'm excited to get that done. Thanks a lot for watching the auction.